Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Baldur's Gate 3. Once again, I had to split recordings, so this is post-recorded, but I hope you enjoy the video.
Get moving, will you?
Alright, so I sold all my crap finally. Finally, we're actually down to a reasonable amount of weight. Well, when I say reasonable, I don't really mean reasonable because it's still not that reasonable, but at least my other characters can actually walk around while carrying some stuff. So let's put all the gold on one character just to make it a bit easier and see how much I actually have now.
No time to dally.
Then we go you. Then the food to camp. I had a shield for you. I upgraded your armor to the Raging Heart Garb. While raging, the wearer generates 2 turns of wrath. We just get bonus damage, and we get +2 to our constitution, which puts us at 18 con. 18 dex, 18 con, 21 strength. I'm on a potion currently, so it'll be 18, 18, 16 is what my stats are going to be with her, which is fucking nutty. Just putting that out there. Elsewise, I have this helmet, but I don't think it's actually as good. It was very cheap. It was only like 98 gold or something. But you get +1 bonus to spell save DCs. And you get a +1 bonus to initiative rolls. That's good. It's probably better for her, maybe? No, not really. He doesn't need bonus to save to initiative because he goes so quick anyway.
Wits and blades always sharp.
I mean, arguably better for me.
There is work to do.
Put the shield on. Looks cool. So essentially that gives me +3 bonus to initiative rolls, which she really fucking needs because she's slow as shit. I have her at 8 dex, so she can barely move. So that +3 will be very helpful on the initiative rolls. She also gets advantage on perception checks, which is fantastic. And she has shield bash, so if she gets hit with a melee attack, she can use her reaction to just shield bash the bitch and try and hit him prone, which is really useful. It gives advantage to a bunch of people for their melee when she does that. So she's actually looking pretty well built so far. I like in the way that she's working. He's fine. lae'zel is looking good too. I guess we give this helmet to me. It's better than the one I've got. Currently I've got one that just gives me +1 to nature. Let's take this one instead. Bonus spell save DC, which is nice. And you gain +1 bonus to initiative rolls. And we'll hide the helmet because it looks a bit silly, but that's fine. But now we can probably... Who has the highest charisma in my team? Is it me? Probably. Me by a long shot. Good. So, let us add to Wes. And let's start doing some leveling up. So, theoretically, if I level up... We want to level up into Wizard, which gives us that 3rd level spell, and we get 2 spells. Do I not... I'm really tempted to get Animate Dead, because Animate Dead is kind of my whole thing, right? I'm a necromancer, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure you get Animate Dead anyway. For free as a necromancer? I think, weirdly, we skip Animate Dead. Instead, we go Counterspell. Lightning Bolt? I need some damage, so we're taking Lightning Bolt, and Counterspell is just too good not to have. Alright, so we leveled up. So theoretically...
You seek arms. I seek a warrior worthy to bear them.
I love his mustache, by the way. It has reset his gold, by the look of it. He still has all the shit I sold him, so they keep the shit that you sell them, but it looks like it's updated his gold pool. And I think some of his random weapon selection has been updated too. Like this wasn't here last time. Big Boy's Chew Toy. Who's a large fellow? Level 2 transmutation spell. Grow in size to become stronger. You gain advantage on ability checks, saving throws, your strength and dexterity. Yeah, that's kind of cool. You can just cast enlarge on yourself for 10 turns. Alright, let's level everyone else up.
Let's get on with it.
Shadowheart. Level 6, Storm Cleric. Get a second channel Divinity Charge. We get level 3 spell slots unlocked. And Thunderbolt Strike. When you deal lightning or thunder damage to create this... when you deal lightning or thunder damage to a creature that is large or smaller, you can also push it up to 10 feet. Cool.
The Absolute calls us all to her design. Your family will answer. Eventually.
I'll cast Aid, because I should have already done that anyway. And then we want Astarion, level up. When do you get a level 6 on a rogue? You get expertise, right? Yeah. I think probably perception and acrobatics, because I tend not to actually do deception or persuasion rolls with him, because I'm not having him in the front of my party, so that probably works better. That's all good. Easy to level up for a rogue. And finally we have lae'zel, who gets level 2 into druid. Which gives us... Circle of the Moon, Combat Wild Shape, turn into a bear. I'm gonna have to redo her bar a little bit, I think. There's also someone over here. I saw someone else. Raw Moonglow.
I should speak up.
See if you have anything worth buying as well.
Ah, a new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul?
Anything for trade? Well, damn. Sharpen Snare Cuirass. I do like Blight, but I don't think I can learn it as a wizard, so... Sure, I'll buy Fireball Scroll just so I can learn Fireball.
An honor, true soul.
Thank you.
Allies, Erna. I'll handle the diplomacy. You just keep looking pretty.
Alright, cool.
Sister,
On my
pray
way.
with me while we wait.
I'm not
Cool.
worthy.
So,
I never learned the word.
going around now, I kind of want to explore this place a bit more. Check on Minthara, talk to Disciple Zrel. I kind of want to go check on Minthara, if I'm being perfectly honest. Is she, like, right here? That's Cansif. Let's go check on Minthara first, I guess.
You ought to be kinder, you know, to the prisoners, I mean. Any one of them.
Minthara Bay.
You were adored, Minthara. Brought up from the darkness and into the Absolute's light.
She cherished you, but it wasn't enough. You were distracted by your own desires.
Bloodlust, murder, chaos.
And most damning of all, an inability to follow orders.
I obeyed to the best of my ability.
And isn't that depressing?
Interesting.
You are nothing.
Minthara's mind connects with yours. Not strong as you remember it, but fractured, disintegrating.
Come to observe, true soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again.
What are you doing to her?
We are erasing her.
I've been instructed to handle this prisoner myself. Sure, I'll guide myself, and I will definitely charm you two.
No, this is our duty.
Peace, sister. Let us observe the true soul's methods. Perhaps we can learn from them. Her mind is yours. Break it.
Immediately, your mind is swept into a greater vortex. A psionic storm with Minthara at its center.
Cannot hide, submit, embrace.
Her torturers are not dominating her. They are destroying her mental defenses and exposing her to something else. The Absolute.
Push past the presence towards Minthara. 18, Jesus. Inspiration, roll again. Oof, made it. Just. Wisdom is not my strong suit.
Navigating the storm, you reach the nexus of her mind. It is a wound, bleeding raw emotion and shattered memories. But she senses your arrival.
So it is you who will end me. Make it swift, then. Anything to silence that thing. That voice.
I have a plan. Fake obedience, and the guards will leave without raising the alarm.
I would prefer to make these bastards bleed. But I trust that you speak from caution rather than cowardice.
Indeed.
I will put my faith in you and pretend to be their slave.
Her mind fills with warmth, and she gently releases you.
Is it done? I did not feel her mind break.
They're all the same. Let's go for intimidation. Because I reshaped her, if it is breaking you desire, I can snap you like a twig. Still a hard call. We got it though.
No. My sister only meant to compliment your delicate work.
Indeed. Seems I have a bit to learn yet. We ought to return to our posts, sister. There'll be plenty more prisoners to practice on.
An ill thing to let an enemy show their back and live.
You can plot your revenge once we're free.
Prudent. Let us go, then. I will be your mute and faithful slave. For now.
Some allies may temporarily join you. You can directly control their movements and actions. Click the follow portrait to take control of them. Interesting. So theoretically, I can just walk her out of here.
Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do.
I'm pretty confident I can talk my way out of this shit. I think she serves rather well as my dominant servant, don't you think? Yeah, I'll charm all these people, fuck it. Don't know if it's enough, though. It is beautiful.
The guard is happy to let you pass. Minthara is rather less happy about your choice of words.
Leave quickly. I cannot hold my fury for long.
Cursed. I wouldn't have it from the land.
Do we have like a challenge for this? Okay. They're not yet.
Halt!
Deal with them, or I will.
We heard she'd been escorted from her cell. Not that she could leave the tower.
The General ordered that she be repurposed, not freed.
She's entirely repurposed. She has no will of her own. We could get this. It needs to be perfect, though. That's not perfect. Do I have another inspiration? I do. It's a miracle if I get out of here, by the way.
Excellent. Hers was a difficult mind to erase, no doubt. She was fierce and erratic.
I live to serve.
As loyal as a golem. Use her well.
What is it? What's wrong?
No, that's fine. Let me just equip that so we can actually go out here.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose.
Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby?
Yeah, go to camp.
Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
Nice. Now I want to go to my camp and go talk to Minthara, but let's go up here first. Let's go to camp. Let's see. Hello, Minthara. I have a new companion. One I didn't have to kill. You gotta love it. Hello.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here, and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind.
Hmm. And we will break them. It's time for revenge.
Precisely. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe.
I agree.
We must eradicate them. Starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear.
Any suggestion on how we kill an invulnerable man?
All that live can die. I can help you plot Ketheric's demise, but I need something from you first. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least.
Sure. Yeah, you're a valuable ally.
Thank you. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute.
Tell me what you know about Ketheric's power first.
General Thorm would have the world believe that his invulnerability is a gift from the Absolute. That is a lie, intended to impress those who flock to the cult's cause, and to strike fear in the minds of those who stand against the Absolute. I believe Thorm draws his power not from a divine source, but an arcane one.
Interesting.
Moonrise is a den of necromancy, and the most powerful practitioner of the art is Thorm's closest advisor, Balthazar. He has chambers beside the generals, on the upper floor of the tower. I suspect we will find answers there. Now, rest. We will need our strength for what lies ahead.
Interesting. Sleep well, we'll venture forth together come
I
morning.
will gladly join you in the fight. Leave one of your other allies here, and I shall.
I think what this means, let's talk to everybody.
Minthara is something of a closed book, but I suspect a heart of gold lurks beneath that stern countenance. Once she gets to know me, I'm sure she'll open up. She's just waiting for someone ready to listen.
Ever the Optimus scale. Let me drop Astarion, I think. Because I think we're going to be having full tank, full DPS, range DPS, range support.
It doesn't seem long ago that Minthara would have sought to kill us, and now we've welcomed her along. We're nothing if not magnanimous.
True. Astarion.
I want to be clear. Letting Minthara tag along with us was your idea, so if you wake up with a dagger to your throat, that's on you.
Fair. Jealous that you're no longer the least trustworthy person in our camp?
Excuse me. I'm sorry for looking out for our collective hide. But fine. Take her if you wish. Just know I'll be resting with one eye open. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
We kind of do.
I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work. It sounds awful.
Indeed. Let's go grab what I assume is a Vengeance Paladin. She could be an Oathbreaker, but I'm assuming she's a Vengeance Paladin. Did it break?
You wish to consult me?
You're a paladin. What's the nature of your oath?
I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Lolth. Now, I myself have sinned against the Spider Queen. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute.
Nice. It's kind of noble. I mean, I guess it's hypocritical, but not really. I mean, how is that hypocritical? Taking the power is not... I disagree. That's a noble purpose.
It is not noble, it is necessary. If we do not destroy the cultists, they will destroy everything.
Probably true.
Are all that stands between this world and annihilation.
Do you remember all that you did in the Absolute's name?
I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to, and every drop of blood it forced me to spill. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded.
Interesting. She's a far more interesting character than I expected. Yeah, I don't really care about that. To lose your free will and be forced to kill, that must be horrible.
I would rather die than endure it again. The tadpole, the Absolute, they work together like a drug. I did not feel I was compelled to act against my will. I felt ecstatic to serve. Every action seemed a deliberate choice. The best choice. Even though I could no more have resisted its commands than flesh can resist decay. Even rational minds like ours cannot reject such a powerful influence. The Absolute can make the impossible seem inevitable.
Interesting. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on our companions.
A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind?
That is a very, very good collection of words to describe us. Shadowheart.
It would have been better for us had she embraced Shah and claimed the power of the goddess. But it is better for Shadowheart to be free of that poisonous influence.
Interesting. I thought you might appreciate Sharon and Dogma.
The very concept of Sharon worship is self-indulgent.
Kinda true.
They would have you think every whispered word and hidden thought is of value. But it is not so. I have performed 1,000 interrogations, squeezing out the most guarded secrets held in heart, mind, and soul. I can tell you this. When the trivial parts have been whittled away and I have sifted through what remains, in most cases, a person amounts to nothing at all.
It's probably fair, I guess. Astarion?
He's been deprived of freedom and strong blood for so long that he is addicted to both. While those addictions have their hold on him, he is still a slave.
He's free of Cazador.
Free? What purpose does he have that does not involve his master? He fears him, he hates him, he dreams of him, and he will either kill him or die trying. Astarion is no more free of Cazador than you or I are free of our tadpoles. He will only be free
Probably
when
true.
Cazador is dead. And that is as it should be. when the time
Also
comes,
true.
we must hope that he does not only take Cazador's long life, but the power that has sustained him as well.
I'd like you to join me.
I do not like to stand idle.
Well, I can level her up, but first let's talk to her some more.
Consult me.
Indeed I do.
A disparate collection of
Indeed,
vagabonds
indeed.
and strays.
lae'zel and Gale we have.
I
lae'zel.
have encountered few Githyanki in my life. Those that I did were raiders. They croaked out pleas for mercy in their alien tongue as they died. Meeting lae'zel makes me wish I knew more of their culture.
Nice. Why not ask her to educate you?
I did. She told me that she has nothing to teach that cannot be learned through observation of her prowess in combat.
What a good line.
Perhaps she is right. She certainly cuts a striking figure in battle. There is a precision to her ferocity that I admire.
It doesn't surprise me that you feel an affinity with otherworldly raiders. Gith and Lothsworn Drow have much in common.
To one who only sees the surface of things, perhaps. You should look deeper. There is a fanaticism in the Lothsworn that lends itself to chaos. They turn their blades on one another as readily as on outsiders.
Gith are orderly.
Have stricter hierarchies and stronger commitment to a single cause.
Yeah, makes sense.
Some, like lae'zel, question that cause. But even so, she retains the discipline of her training.
Chaotic evil versus lawful evil, I guess is what she's saying. And Gale.
The wizard? No.
Don't you like wizards?
Don't sulk. I admire your mastery of the weave, but I have known many wizards. In my experience, they do not usually live long enough to make the effort of befriending them worthwhile. Either the enemy recognizes they are a threat and kills them swiftly, or their curiosity leads them to combust while experimenting with the limits of magic.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Excluded, of course. I'm sure you will live to a ripe old age. Gale, however, is already in a state of suspended combustion, thanks to that orb between his ribs. I suspect it is only a matter of time before he goes up in smoke. I will reserve my social graces for those who might live long enough to appreciate them.
Fair enough. Cool. So let's level up Minthara.
For your sake.
She already has tadpole powers. That's interesting. She already has a lot of tadpole powers. She has favorable beginnings, charm, illithid persuasion. You can use your connection to the parasite in your brain to force cultists of the absolute to obey you. I think we all have that. Concentrated blast. You must be concentrating on another spell to cast this. If the target was concentrating, you heal as much as damage that was dealt. Psionic backlash. When the enemy within 30 feet casts a spell, you can use your reaction to do 1d4 psychic damage. Force tunnel. I think I get luck of the Far Realms on her, to be honest. Because she seems to not... She seems happy enough to take them. So she can take them. Oh, right. What I was going to do is actually level her up. She already has illithid powers. That's so interesting. Nice. So, Paladin level 2, fighting style. We are... Oath of Vengeance tenets. Oath of Vengeance paladins abide by the following tenets. Fight the greater evil, exerting your wisdom, identifying the higher morality in any given instance, and fight for it. What's her setup like? I could probably bump the dex down to 10 and give her more charisma. Would be probably my benefit, I think. Actually might be worth. I'm gonna actually like respec her. Hey, Withers.
Ah, I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Let me change my class. So she's definitely still gonna stay a paladin, and she's gonna stay Oath of Vengeance. But we're gonna change this around a bit. For starters, let's give her the +2 in charisma, the +1 into strength. Dump dex to 10. 17 in charisma. And then we can potentially do a half perk that gets her to 16 con too. Great weapon fighting. Level 3. We get Fairy Fire because we're a drow. We get 1 level 1 spell slot. Divine magic flowing through you prevents disease from infecting you. We get Abjure enemy, frighten an enemy. They'll be easier to hit and cannot move. Fiends and undead have disadvantage on the saving throw. Vow of Enmity, gain advantage on attack rolls against an enemy. Cool. Bane and Hunter's Mark. Make a creature as your quarry and deal an additional 1 to 6 whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. If the target dies before the spell ends, you can mark a new creature without expending a spell slot. Get Lay on Hands, and we get a Feat. Most spells are kind of fine. Let's grab Bless. Great Weapon Master. Then we reach level 5. Gives us extra attack, I think. Alright, sweet. So, a couple things. 1, we have Halsin's Journal, Volume 2. After more than a century of hard work, false leads, and dashed hopes, the means of saving Moonrise Towers may have just walked into the grove and presented itself to me. Thanks to the effect of the Shadow Curse, the roads leading to the Citadel remain impassable as ever. But there may be another way. An adventurer band led by a certain Aradin appeared, seeking my help with infiltrating a large goblin nest found in the ruins of the old Temple of Selûne. He believes there is a vast network of Sharon passages and strongholds hidden deep within the temple, and that somewhere within these structures there is a rare artifact called the Night Song. These newcomers seemed like little more than mercenaries, but what they described rings true. They could explain so much, like how Ketheric Thor managed to raise such a force of dark justiciars in utter secrecy, and how they seemed to vanish just as Storm unleashed the Shadow Curse upon Moonrise. It's clear there's a secret route from the Temple of Selûne that weaves through the Underdark all the way to the Moonrise Towers. I have to see for myself, and that means I must join Aradin in our little expedition. One of his lot, a dwarf named Brian, has something in writing that's supposed to guide us to the hidden entrance to Selûne's temple, but finding the way is the least of our worries. The goblin there seems to worship the very same absolute as the ones who attacked Neddy and me, the same ones who also were in league with the drow infected with altered illithid parasite. Worse still, my birds report that even more of these cultists are converging at Moonrise Towers, moving freely with little care for the effects of the curse. And in my efforts to vanquish our plague, I may have stumbled upon another. Whatever is behind these cultists and their tampered illithid spawn, it seems to have made its lair in Moonrise, right where the Shadow Curse is at its strongest. We will depart soon. I can only hope that our infiltration goes smoothly and we manage to elude these absolutists. At least until I get to Moonrise Towers and lift the Shadow Curse. Then perhaps I can stop whatever illithid conspiracy is unfolding in these ruins, and balance of nature will be restored once again. May Sylvanas guide our path and lend me all his strength for what is to come. Alright everybody, once again we're going to split up the recording. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. And next time, we're gonna explore Moonrise Tower, I suppose. Anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.